5 things Otaku no Video got right about fandom. Nearly 30 years ago, Gainax released Otaku no Video as a love letter to anime fandom and a story somewhat about themselves. Is the story of an adventure average guy fall into fandom and rise into anime stardom. It is also a tongue-in-cheek look at fandom life and the rags to riches speed at the beginning of Gainax. Several decades later, a lot of his messages hold true, but in hindsight, how accurate in this OVA to the fan experience? We're looking at 5. Are many things that go right about our lives, our work, and make us happy. The first step is a doozy. Normal adult man Ken Kobo is a star of Otaku no Video. He's got a girlfriend. He's in his college's tennis team. He's generally pretty chill. Back in the far past year of 1982, he falls back in his old friend Tanaka, and it's Tanaka and his friends, a house full of nerds of all stripes. He dragged Ken back into his fandom favor. No matter what's you're into, it's true that your first plunge into fandom is going to be a crazy one. Sometimes it's because you're the jazz and makes yourself a massive reading list. Sometimes we're meeting friends to do that for you. Either way, there's nothing quite like that first favorite strike dive into your new favorite thing. Even if it's not all encompassing, more than that later, it's going to live rent free in your head. You make friends for life. Friendship isn't built solely on shared interests, but it's a good place to start. In the Otaku no Video, Ken and Tanaka are comrades in arms once again as they navigate a full nerd lifestyle. But Ken also has new friends at Tanaka's friends, and the people of all sorts. With the variety of talents and personalities, far from being a lonely hobby, fandom can, if you're open and friendly, lead to friendships that will last you a lifetime. And most of those close friendships may eventually transcend the hobby aspects that you never forget how you first met. Becoming a creator is grueling, but rewarding. Not everyone takes a step from fan to creator, but those that do know it's both the worst and the best thing ever. Otaku no Video mirrors the rise of Gainax, trying to take several liberties along the way. As a group of fans bring together the knowledge and talent to form an anime studio, it's a lot harder than just engaging, and it's a big decision to undertake. But when you do and when it lands, there's nothing quite like it. Just as the minds behind Giant X made their own series, Gainax take their claim. The anime with the Daikon 3 and Daikon 4 openings. To this day, they're still iconic in the anime world, and more new hopefuls are popping up all the time, ready to leave their own mark on the medium. Being an anime fan can be inspiring. What do we get in anime? There are a lot of reasons, many of which are outlined on Otaku no Video, but the common reasons is because the stories and characters are inspiring. We can see ourselves in them, especially in shows where underdog protagonists fighting against the odds to achieve their dreams. In that respect, just watching the shows we love can inspire us to push through our own difficult times. Otaku is a deceptive term. Hey, this is irrelevant to the site's title too. Otaku, as you have probably heard that by now, was never meant to be any sort of positive term. In fact, it refers specifically to people obsessed with their hobbies, that they never leave their houses. It's absolutely impossible you can take your fandom that far and even lose touch with your life. And the Otaku no Video those demonstrated that, but fans can be, and usually are, so much more than that. As time goes on, the idea of anime fans and spaceman dwellers is becoming less and less applicable fandom. Fandom is always getting more social, more personable, and more outgoing. Social media means fans and creators can talk. Conventions and other events give people opportunities to meet out in the world and enjoy things together. Most of all, as a documentary segment shown in spite of their comedic intent, fans are in all walks of life, and while there will always be people who fit the stereotype out there somewhere, anime fans of the 21st century are more outgoing and united than ever. Be sure to pick up a copy of Otaku no Video and celebrate the rise of the outtaking.